So welcome everybody, especially those that made it to Prague. So it's nice to have you here. And also welcome to all of you who are watching our stream. So most of you are really happy. I can see you smiling. Well, I know you are smiling and happy because you made it. You made it to our third year of Caelestinus incubator program for the future health tech and medtech unicorns that employ data to make everyone's lives better and happier. So thank you for tuning in for our opening here live from the very center of Prague. We are 100 meters from the old town square, 100 meters from where history happened, where Albert Einstein lived. So this is amazing that we have third year of incubator running from Prague. Welcome to those of you that are here in Caelestinus, in Celetna. It's nice to see InterSystems, our Czech startups, our partners from hospitals and other institutions that want to make Caelestinus a success. My name is Tomas Studeník. I am the co-founder together with Yevgeny. We got Yevgeny Shvarov from InterSystems.
Hi everyone.
We got the idea a while ago, and maybe you want to say hello as well on behalf of InterSystems.
Yes, sure. I hope it's working. This is a very exciting moment, like already the third spring in a row. So we are starting the third batch of Caelestinus, which is a digital health interoperability and FHIR startup incubator. So actually, what it's about? It's all about innovation in digital health, right? And it's great that we also starting it in spring. So it's fantastic weather here. If all the visitors here can enjoy the spring in Prague. And yeah, I just want to say a few words. Why actually we started also, why we started Caelestinus is because it's not easy to build innovation in digital health. And startups that still going to do that know that sometimes it's just impossible. And actually, it is because in digital health, if you want to create the innovation and make it a real thing, so sometimes it's a matter of not one team, but it's a matter of joining effort of right people in right time and right place. And I hope that Caelestinus is this place where we united startups and partners from pharma, from tech vendors as InterSystems, actually to let you guys, startups that joined Caelestinus this year, to make impossible things possible. So thank you, and we are looking for your success, not somewhere in the future, but this year. And yep, and thank you. So for the good beginning in Caelestinus 2024.
Okay, thank you, Evgeny. We have our traditional. Maybe can I ask for the next slide? We have okay, one more. Let's go ahead. Okay, again, as the last 2 years, we have a number of partners that help us make this a success. We will talk about how successful our last year and previous years have been. So Caelestinus is there in the world. You are here today thanks to InterSystems, ICEM, which is the largest transplant center in Europe, a hospital based in Prague. Then CHACS, where we siphon in the most talented hackers in health tech and medtech from our European healthcare hackathons and elsewhere in the world, thanks to InterSystems, and we try to introduce them to a life in health tech through Caelestinus. And then we also have support of the Faculty of Biomedical Engineering in Prague, so that we remain in the forefront of research and get the most talented students on board. So instead of working somewhere, having a nice job, not having a 9 to 5, no worries, we actually tell them, well, we want you to have a 24/7 job with a lot of worries, but highly rewarding startup career. Okay, next slide, please. We now have prepared our traditional hello from our spiritual partners, if I can say. So please, can we tune in to our video from...
Vážené dámy, vážení pánové, velice mě těší, že vás mohu pozdravit při zahájení projektu Caelestinus. Celestín Opic byl milosrdný bratr, který roku 1846 právě v dnešní nemocnici na Františku provedl svou první narkózu, pomohl člověku, pomohl ženě, která strčila ruce do mandlu a pomohl jí tak od bolesti. On vlastně celý svůj život se zabýval tím, jak pomáhat lidem kolem sebe, aby nemuseli tak trpět, aby měli méně bolesti. Já vždycky uvádím, když mluvím o Caelestinu Opicovi, tak vždycky říkám, jak mi bylo i předáváno od starších bratřích, někteří z nich i anestezii podávali, už bohužel zemřeli, ale někteří ještě na Františku, nemocnici na Františku tu anestezii podávali, tak říkali, no on to nejdřív tu anestezii zkoušel na zvířatech, potom na spolubratřích a pak teprve na pacientech. Jestli to tak opravdu bylo, nevím, ale každopádně ta jeho snaha odstranit bolest možná v dnešní době více, jak si dokážeme představit, nebo jak jsme si dokázali představit, ještě aktuální. Chtěl, aby lidi, když něčím trpí, tak aby málo trpěli. On vlastně nebyl, možná znáte i jeho životopis, ale nebyl lékařem vystudovaným a ta jeho touha byla opravdu pomoci každému druhému z nás. Takovou malou odbočku, my jsme i z toho důvodu založili před asi 13 lety udílení ceny Caelestina Opice, kde chceme upozornit na lidi, kteří jakýmkoliv způsobem v jakýkoliv oblastech právě tu pomoc druhému poskytují. A věřte, to je dneska tak široké téma a tak otevřené, že nad rámec volného času, nad rámec svých povinností spousta lidí tuto pomoc poskytuje, aniž bychom o tom měli ani tušení, aniž bychom věděli. Ale zpátky k vašemu projektu. Myslím si, že vzniká, a věřím tomu pevně, že vznikne něco naprosto unikátního, nového, nadnárodního, mezinárodního, kde ta péče člověku, který potřebuje pomoci, který je v jiné situaci, než se nacházíme my, jak říká náš otec Jan, jak se dělíme na ty, kteří jsou nemocní a na ty, kteří to ještě tu diagnozu neznají. Je to trošku nadsázka toho, že každý můžeme čekat, že nás někdy nějaká těžkost, nějaká nemoc, anebo cokoliv postihne. A máme spolu zodpovědnost za každého druhého z nás. Já sám, když jsem se rozhodoval o vstup do řádu milosrdných bratří, tak musím se přiznat, že jsem nejvíc tíhnul k řádu matce Tereze. Mám dodnes ve velké úctě tento řád a samotnou matku Terezu. Ale pak shodou okolností jsem potkal bratry zde v Brně, kteří už ve vysokém důchodovém věku pomáhali druhým. No a postupně, jak jsem tady pobýval víc času a vstoupil do řádu, tak jsem zjišťoval, jak oni i v dobách komunismu, v dobách velmi nestandardní, kdy bylo těžké pomáhat a vlastní nemocnice, přesto pomáhali druhým. Pořád přemýšleli, jakým způsobem přistupovat druhému. Jak jsem říkal i na začátku, dnešní doba nás navádí do situace, na kterou nejsme zvyklí, jak pomáhat těm, kteří jsou ve válce, jak pomáhat těm, kteří trpí, kteří musí utíkat ze země pro následované agresorem, kteří jsou vyhnáni. To nám přináší doba a tento projekt, věřím, že přinese do oblasti medicíny anebo případně kamkoliv jinam novou dimenzi, novou formu pomoci. Chtěl bych vás ujistit, že se za vás, za všechny a vůbec za tento celý projekt, že se za to modlíme, že na vás všechny myslíme v modlitbách, aby byl co možná nejefektivnější, teď nemyslím v tom finančním slova smyslu, ale v tom smyslu pomoci, aby dosáhl co nejširším slova smyslu na lidi, kteří to potřebují, a abyste to dělali s láskou a s radostí, ale ostatně si myslím, že jinak byste asi do tohoto projektu nešli. Takže všechno dobré, a jak svatý Jan z Boha říkal, tak tím chci i skončit. Dělejme dobro a dělejme ho dobře.
Okay, so that was Martin Richard Macek from the Order of Hospitaliers of St. John of God. And this is our Caelestinus motto. Do well, do good, and do it well. So we try to do good, and I hope you'll follow our mission to do good and do it well. So we now have a blessing from the highest one, and I'm now going to invite to stage the number 2. And it's Dean, Dean from InterSystems, who is ready in the US, sitting somewhere, and he should be ready to tune in via Zoom. So Dean, are you there? That's always it's far away. Yeah. Okay, we have him there. We are just fine-tuning the mic so that we can see him and hear him fine. Dean is a big supporter and promoter of Caelestinus, and I hope he'll be able to say hello to our third batch that we are accepting today. And the teams will be working until June to deliver a successful pilot and proof of concept. Hi, Dean, we can now see you. So let's test the mic. We can hear you. The floor is yours.
Awesome. Thank you, Tomas. As Tomas said, I'm Dean Andrews. I manage the developer relations team at InterSystems, and it is my team that helps power Caelestinus from the InterSystems perspective. I want to say congratulations to all of you for being accepted to Caelestinus this year. We are very excited to have you here. As Tomas and Evgeny said, this is the third year of operations for the incubator. Many of the startups that have taken part in Caelestinus are doing incredibly well, and they have proven that this startup incubator does accelerate the innovation of startups. I won't take too much of your time today, but I just want to suggest 3 things that can help you make the most of your time in this incubator this year. The first is to please take advantage of all of the sessions and other opportunities in this incubator. There's a bunch of great information that can help you. There's a bunch of great connections that will also assist you and will help your startup grow. So please take advantage of them. The second piece of advice is to work hard. This incubator is one of those things where the more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it. So please participate, ask questions, and do the hard work. It will benefit you and your startup. And finally, the third piece of advice is don't be afraid to pivot. You may learn something from this incubator experience that will change your concept of how best to move forward, how best to make a difference with your startup. So listen for those moments and don't hesitate to pivot with your startup if it makes sense for you. That's it for me today. You'll be seeing me again in future sessions. So congratulations again. Best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean. Whenever Dean appears, he's got this really bright background. I like that. I'm kind of dark background type of person, but Dean is always a light that helps us to have a successful batch over the past 2 years. And now we have a great batch that we will shortly introduce for this year. I'd like to invite now, Yevgeny already spoke at the beginning, so I will now cede the floor to Ondřej from InterSystems office in Prague. So it's nice to have you again here. So Ondřej, whatever you want to say to our new startups, please do.
Thank you, Tomáš. It's funny because it seems to me like yesterday when we were watching the final demo days of the last Caelestinus run, and here we are again saying hello to the new teams. And when I was thinking what I'm going to tell you, I think it's all about the vision that we share, that you have, how to help people, and that we have in InterSystems. And our vision is that the meaningful use, the meaningful data and its use is the main engine to empower the innovation in healthcare. And that's maybe why there is like many systems all around the world that help to manage records of more than 1 billion people, health records of more than 1 billion patients around the world. And my advice to you would be, please reach out to us. Reach out to our team during the sessions. It will be people that worked on one of these projects that help these projects come true, and they may help you not just technically, but also thinking out of the box how to move with your solution forward, and it may be beyond what you previously imagined. So that's what I would advise to you, and say hello to everyone, and I hope you see you again, and I hope to network with you later here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ondřej. And now it's time for a little introduction of our hospital partner, the one that has been with us from the very beginning, and it's none other than the Institute of Clinical and Experimental Medicine in Prague, where we also organize or have been organizing European healthcare hackathons over the last 6 years, and to learn what ICAM can offer to you in terms of piloting expertise, manpower, data, anything you need to pilot your solution. Here is an introduction to what ICAM is about. Okay, so this was just a glimpse of what you can work with in terms of expertise, medical competencies, patient data, etc. There are not just ICAM is our partner. We have been expanding our hospital partners for the last 2 years, and I'm also happy to invite a representative of University Hospital in Hradec Králové, Lucie Bartošová. So Lucie, she's with us here in Prague in Caelestinus office. So Lucie, please, if you can join me on stage and maybe motivate our new startups and teams to work with your hospital.
Hello everyone. My name is Lucie Bartošová. I'm from Tech Transfer Office at University Hospital Hradec Králové. We are the biggest hospital in Eastern Bohemia region. Our hospital has about 1,400 beds, employing about 5,000 people, involving 700 doctors. And we closely cooperate with local universities like University of Hradec Králové and also medical and pharmaceutical faculty of Charles University. And we are proud partner of Caelestinus for the 2nd year. And if you think that we could help you with your project, please contact us and we'll be happy to help. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's nice that you made it from Hradec to here, to Celetna. So we can't wait for our new startups to work together. Right, I'm not sure that we have Jakub online, so let's instead do someone who is here physically, which is our precious and beloved and inspirational Cinzia. Anything to do with medtech, health tech innovation that's happening in Prague, Cinzia is somehow involved. So Cinzia, nice to have you here. Welcome back.
Thank you, Thomas. Hello, everyone. As every Italian, I'm involved everywhere more as a culture than as a need. But today I'm here to introduce you Novartis, so the pharma company for which I work in the role of innovation and capability development for a cluster of 33 countries. Novartis is a company with a distribution of product in over 130 countries with over 200 million patients served. And we have 4 key therapeutic areas. It's cardio-renal metabolics, it's immunology, cardiologist, immunology, neurology, and oncology. So today I'm not here to talk specifically about Novartis, but I have 3 suggestions for you in the saving time, basically. We don't do innovation only when it comes to research and development. We have a commitment to improve a patient journey and to support healthcare providers. So for this, I think it's what makes our purpose common. And in this effort, I've been noticing 3 things that I would like to share with you. Maybe you know them already. Better safe than sorry, but I would like to state with you 3 big sentences that help me guide my way towards support of patients and healthcare provider. The first sentence is, the product or the idea is great, but it doesn't fulfill the full story. So we had a lot of very fantastic products, but unfortunately the business model wasn't suitable for the healthcare ecosystem. So the healthcare is very special, and even the funds available may vary from country to country. So a fantastic product which is not sustainable or economically sustainable wouldn't have a future. So my recommendation number 1 is ensure sustainability of your solution so that hospitals or patients' organizations can use them. The second one is tech knowledge is not enough. Again, if you want to work in the healthcare ecosystem, there are rules, and the rules are very strict. I can just mention software as a medical device as the most known one, and there are very specific local rules as well. So again, we had the possibility to work with fantastic startup with great products, which didn't have an understanding of the local rules, and unfortunately this didn't allow stick of the solution or cluster propagation of the solution. So second one is get aware of the ecosystem and the rules. And the third one, and it's my last message, is healthcare is a truly connected ecosystem. You cannot do it on your own. So if you want to have your solution used, again, in hospitals or ambulances or with patients' organization, it's not a journey to be done alone. So I think opportunity like Caelestinus is fantastic to offer you the ecosystem with whom you can collaborate to make your solution valuable and open for healthcare ecosystem to tap into. So we are here to support, as the same invitation as our colleague from Radec. If you need, get in touch. Good luck and congratulations for making it till here.
Thank you, Cinzia. Thank you so much. So you've heard from some of our partners. We also have a new rehabilitation hospital on board, and whenever our expert is ready, we will tune back. In the meantime, I want to take you through the some basic information about the present batch. So as I mentioned, there is 22 teams that made it, and if you are watching us, it's very likely you are one of those 22 teams that we have invited for 2024 incubation in Caelestinus. A big bravo to you, a big bravo to the teams that are also here in the very center of Prague, and you can see that this is a truly global program. Majority of teams come from the United States or Americas in general. Then we have a lot of from Europe, from various countries. Then we have 2 from Middle East and 1 from Asia. So it makes sense for the teams to cross-pollinate, as I say. If you are you want to make it big in the US market, we have teams that have maybe gone through the pains of certification and building a prototype, etc. And on the other hand, if you in the US want to make it in Europe, in the European market or Asian markets, we have expertise from you, also real-life expertise from teams that are already active there and have built something, went through certification progress, etc. So especially during mastermind sessions, you will have time to get a first-hand experience from teams that have done this before. The teams are varied. It means we have both the very early stage teams that just have a basic prototype, maybe won a hackathon and want to build a startup from scratch. And also we have teams that are pretty later stage. And we believe that, again, the teams that are further along the way can help those that are just beginning to make it really happen. And also the teams that are further along the way get a fresh expertise, especially from the emerging tech, from stuff like artificial intelligence, quantum computing, etc., that come in handy for those that are more at the front in terms of getting to the market. So this is our composition from the geographic perspective. I gave you some indication. We have both early stage and later stage startups, and I can't wait when we put the bunch together for our introductory workshop and mentoring and mastermind sessions. All will be happening online. There'll be some events for those that are here physically in Prague, but don't worry, we are an online or hybrid incubator, and we have had the 2 years that we already did to to learn our art really well. So we know how this works with such a global bunch. I think we have Jakub now online, so it's my pleasure to welcome a representative of rehabilitation hospital from Beroun, which is not far from Prague. Jakub Pětioky, who is himself an expert in telehealth and telemedicine, and I'm so happy that you had time to tune in and maybe explain how you could help our fresh bunch of startups. Hello, Jakub.
Hello, Thomas. First of all, can you hear me?
Oh, fine. See and hear. Excellent. You look great.
Great. So today I am representing two facilities, two institutions. First, Rehabilitation Hospital Beroun, the member of Akeso Holding, is international holding, and the Czech Association of Robotics, Telemedicine, and Cybernetics, ARTEC Association. So what we are doing and what might be interesting for you at the Rehabilitation Hospital, we specialize in orthopedic rehabilitation, mainly for post-joint replacement. It's very fast surgery. Let's say you can imagine that you need to replace knee or hip joint, and it's quite very big surgery. A few years ago, it took 2 weeks to get mobile. Now, second day or third day, you go to another unit, rehab unit, to get some mobility and to learn again how to safely walk or how to get the muscle power. Second one, we specialize on 1 day arthroscopic surgery, so people with knee joints problem need some urgent surgery. It can be athletes, sportsmen, or some top managers who cannot afford long-term stay in the hospital. So there is as well potential for some smart technology or innovative approaches. And we do as well rehabilitation of internal diseases, like after lunch or heart transplantation, and neurologic rehabilitation for people after brain damage. It can be after car accident or after stroke. It's like a cerebrovascular accident in the brain. Particularly, we specialize on psychiatric and psychological care, where with our with our own digital development unit, we created our own application, Mindwell, which is newly certified application for cognitive behavioral therapy. And by I'm saying this, it's again something we cooperate with the developers, because it's not only about one application for one case, single case, but we would like to explore more care for the people with psychological or psychiatric needs. Currently, regarding the data, we are working on systematization and categorization of clinical and operational data, because we have our own big, huge data center. So, like you know, it's a huge mess of the data. Data is not everything if you are not able to categorize them and use them in some meaningful way. So this is we start to work on this, and collect data, gather data is easy, but to work with the data, this is headache. Besides this, to help the life for the medical staff, we work on digital clinic ward round. So it's like a mandatory, this mandatory contact with the doctor, with the patient. They talk and they have to record some data. Usually it's paper pen. Sometimes if the staff has a computer, they add some data, and after that you have to rewrite and again use it. And as well, because this is part of further project, it's transformation of unstructured data. It's like from verbal communication with data into structured data, so data which you can use in the database. And as I mentioned, in the ARTEC Association, we are focusing more on the distance care and television in patient-own society. It's like in a home care, home environment. And our focus now is mainly on telerehabilitation for elderly, frail population. It can be people after cancer, with immunodeficit, and with severe disabled problems, and on task-oriented exercise for non-specific large outpatient population. And in this field, we cooperate with many local or international teams who wants to test their application, or they are already in the last steps to provide some clinical evaluation. So it's from my side everything. So if there is any question, or I don't know, Thomas, how you organize this. So if we leave it for further discussion.
We don't do Q&A right now, but we will have a session especially for you where you'll be able to maybe get some feedback and questions from teams related to your area of expertise. So thank you, Jakub, for tuning in. Thanks. It's been great having you again. And I'll quickly, before a short break, we'll do a recap how our incubator works. So first of all of you will be already got an invite to our Discord platform. So all communication will be happening via Discord. This is our sine qua non, as they say. That's if you want to be in, you have to be on Discord. I suggest for your teams to nominate somebody who will be like the person that will be in touch and responsible for monitoring Discord on regular basis, will be really posting, having all the talks, all the video sessions will be done via Discord. This is if now you realized I'm not there, start panicking. It's very easy, just get online right now. Of course, we'll be sending this also via email. If you reach out, we'll be happy to invite you if you are not there, but all the teams should have been, will be receiving their invite this week. Mentors and partners. So you may be wondering who'll be here to support you on your journey. We have a mentor list on our website. So go to caelestinus.tech and you can see what kind of people, physicians, data experts on behalf of our all partners will be here to help. If you want to request support from mentors, don't wait for anyone, just reach out via Discord. Again, if you have any issues and you don't hear back from somebody, reach out to Peter or me or any of the organizing team. So what can you expect? You can expect over 20 workshops, 20 sessions. It's important to integrate your calendar so that automatically you'll get a quick view of all the events we'll be organizing, and also check the appropriate channel on Discord for workshops or mentorings. Right, our next event, first event where we would like you to tune in is happening, is it tomorrow? Wednesday. So it's on Wednesday, 4 to 5:30 Central European Time. So please check your Discord, connect your calendars so you get these events automatically. And what we will do on Wednesday is the orientation and Q&A session for you. So it's really crucial that you are all there on this first Caelestinus event. So the phases of incubation, as you know, the incubation starts today. This is the opening, and will go until June. And during this time, you can get a lot of support from our side. So you can expect like bi-weekly checkups on your roadmap, whether you've got everything you need. If there are any issues, we'll have regular get-together sessions where you can say, I don't need this, I can't find this person. And we, as much as you do want to make sure that you are on your track to building a successful pilot getting traction, building a proof of concept, and launching a product as soon as possible. So these bi-weekly sessions is where we can really learn what's troubling you, and so that we can tailor our help to your needs. You can expect on a monthly basis mastermind sessions, networkings, and you can reach out to all of our mentors anytime, and they will help you on a one-to-one individual basis. So please use this resource. As the time of our mentors is extremely precious. Some of them are actually performing surgeries and then tuning in to our Zoom calls, so don't be surprised if you see somebody already with bloodstains on the medical scrub. You know, we really have top people from hospitals, so they really are in their working environment. Right, so this is just some taste of what's ahead. You'll get workshops on medical device and software certification. This is really important for both the US as well as EU, as well as other part of the world countries. If they want to enter the largest healthcare markets, there'll be a workshop on venture capital funding. You will need this for your final demo, where we bring a number of selected curated VC funds from around the world, angel investors, and also corporate investors. One of them is also InterSystems VC fund that has already invested in the past in Caelestinus. We will help you to connect with pilot partners, which could be hospitals, associations, pharma companies like Novartis, and the other partners you'll find on our partners list. A lot of you have expressed interest and desire to make your solutions easily interoperable, so that you can plug and play into the largest data infrastructure around the world. So we have support by InterSystems with your interoperability issues, standards, etc. We have a legal consultancy, so for those that want to establish a startup or maybe license, help with IP consultancy, IP rights, we are here with workshops and mentors. And as I said, you can expect up to 20 mentors within the next 3 months. So it's going to be pretty intense, pretty busy. Right, now I'll show you something that if you do well, if you fare well, then you might be one of the teams that we invite to join us at the InterSystems Global Summit, which is happening 9th to 12th June in National Harbor in Maryland in the US. I can highly recommend. This is amazing event. Personally, I was there last year and the year before in Miami and then in Seattle. It was amazing. It's if you want to be interconnected, not just with your hack, but personally, this is a top event for US healthcare experts from top hospitals, top institutions, and of course everybody from InterSystems. So you might be seeing somebody online until June, but in June you can meet them in person at the Global Summit. So this is how it looked last year in Miami. So it's really thousands of top healthcare professionals and experts that understand IT and are here to help you. This is our Caelestinus from last year that got the invite based on the quality of the proof of concept and hack. So if you work hard in Caelestinus, we have a great rewards for you. Whom to call if you don't know anything? Well, basically, we even have a solution to that. We have Petr, so maybe I can invite Petr to join me quickly here on stage, who is the Caelestinus manager. So Petr, I know you are a very busy person because Petr is behind setting up the whole opening, so I think he deserves a big clap first that he's still alive and looking so good. But you will be very likely to meet Peter via Discord online, so maybe I take this opportunity to present you, Peter, and maybe Peter would also like to tell you something.
I already have the mic. Yeah. Hello, everyone. I won't be long because I already informed at least the online audience that we will be having a short break in a while. But let me just say that I'm really grateful to be project manager for Caelestinus. I've been doing this for 3 years now, and it's just amazing. And I'm really excited to be collaborating with all the startups, all the 22 startups we have in our 2024 intake this year. They're amazing, and I'm just excited. So I just need to sound exciting now, because later I'll be sending you boring emails. I'll be telling you something to do and asking you if you have done that already. I hope you won't be mad at me after that, but yeah, still excited. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Peter. Well, and as Peter said, we'll now have a short 10-minute break, so I'll see you back again here and online at 3 p.m. Central European Time, which is 9 minutes from now. So I'll be back, and then it will be your turn to introduce your team, your startup to the rest of the world. Thank you, and I'll be back. I'll be back. Okay, so welcome back. Finally, we are now going to announce the 22 teams, and we will invite representatives of the 22 teams to pitch their startup and the idea very briefly to our audience. So, the way it's going to be done is going to be a 2-minute pitch on your side as a team. So please try to keep track of time, because 2 minutes is not much, but on the other hand, there are 22 teams, so we really will have 2 minutes per team, and then I'll ask you, or try to come up with a clever, funny question, and hopefully you'll give me an answer related to what you do, where you come from, what your expectations from incubation are, etc. So it's pretty easy. Take this as your opportunity to rise and shine and impress everyone on global stage, powered by Caelestinus. Right, so we have first team, AIs. AIs should be online, so this is to give you a quick preview of AIs from Czech Republic. Want to focus. Do we have AIs here in Celetna? Yes. Excellent. So please join me on stage. AIs. So
hello.
What is your name?
David.
David. Hello, David. Go ahead. You have 2 minutes.
Yeah, pleasure. Wonderful to be here. I love the energy, and I'm really glad we made it. So the problem is following. We think that histopathology is not receiving like the attention proportional to its importance. Computer-aided diagnosis systems have been on rise in recent years because the technology in machine learning and deep learning allows to solve those tasks. But for some reason, I don't know, the domain of histopathology is still like left behind, kind of. And we want to change that, because histopathology is one of the primary tools for fighting the cancer, not just fighting the cancer, but also like one of the main domains is like the cancer diagnosis. And it's a hard task because you have a lot of diseases, you have a lot of tissues, and you have a lot of stains, like the ways to color the tissue. Basically, the first thing you can do is to fix those variables, and this is what we are now going to do. We want to talk to the doctors, identify the optimal task, the low-hanging fruit, the disease, the stain, the tissue that is like wanted the most, like map the market and see what is the optimal task to actually solve, not just to solve something like that will not be needed. We will be leveraging the state-of-the-art neural networks, basically deep learning. We have pretty clear idea where are we now technologically. We've mapped the technologies thoroughly in last months. We have quite a deep experience with both software engineering, medicine, and AI. Now we have to identify the tasks and like speak to the people actually in the industry. Thank you.
Thank you, David. A big clap. And bravo for making it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Caelestinus 2024 batch. My quick question is, when I hear pathology, I think of cadavers and kind of, oh, this is amazing. I get to dissect like human bodies. Is it something that you work with, or is it just my...
Actually, it's a lot of cool pictures, like shiny colors and big screens. You know?
At least cool pictures.
Yeah, it's cool, I guess. Like it's sexy domain. I don't know like why it's left behind.
Anyway, it's great to have you here, and good luck. And thanks for showing up here in Celetna.
Okay, thank you again very much.
Okay, so that was David from AIs, and let's hear from our second team, which is Attune Pharma, and we should have Hamza online. So, Hamza, are you there? Hi. We can see you. Just say something.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, perfectly. Go ahead. 2 minutes.
Perfect. Nice to be here. Glad to be here, everybody, and part of the Caelestinus family. So I'm Hamza. I'm based in Paris right now. Is it okay? I'm visible. I'm lagging a bit here. Okay. So we glad to be here, guys, and part of the Caelestinus family. I'm Hamza. I'm based in Paris right now, and we are Attune Pharma. We are on a mission to make personalized medication a reality and accessible for everybody. So currently, a lot of people taking medications are not effective for them because the drugs in the market comes in only few dozen choices, and everybody is not personalized for them, and that's why the effectiveness of these drugs in the market is not as much as possible for the patients right now. So what we are working at Attune Pharma is to make personalized medication accessible to everybody by using the leveraging the power of 3D printing to make drugs. What we are working on is to build a hardware device, a 3D printer, just for pharmaceutical applications that could be placed at a pharmacy. So we want to print drugs at a pharmacy for you, personalized for you in specific dosing, so that the effectiveness of the drugs is higher than before. So we are decentralizing the manufacturing of drugs at a local pharmacy for the patients. We are pre-seed right now. We are in talks with investors to raise money. We are a mostly B2B business as a hardware as a service, and you can check out our website, and I'm glad to be in touch with talking to you soon.
Thank you. Thank you, Hamza. A big clap and a big bravo for making it. I remember our interview also from the selection process. And just to make sure, you are building a machine that will produce like different sizes, the pill sizes, the plateaus, which will be based on what I need as Thomas. So you will print out this individually through your hardware. Is that correct?
So we just want to be sure that the current drugs comes in only few dosing, 100 mg, 150 mg. So, but if you want 128 mg of drug, we can print precisely that dosing for you. So that's the effectiveness will be better than before. You cure faster than before.
That's amazing. And how do you even start building such a product? Where does your curiosity and expertise come from? Do you have a background in 3D printing or what?
Yes. For 10 years, I've been doing 3D printing projects, mostly to medical applications. So after this 10 years of experience with me and my co-founder, we have chosen this topic to go all into it. And also I've worked in a pharma company before, so I have that experience also.
Okay, so I can't wait for that machine to be available in my local pharmacy, and fingers crossed for the program. Thank you, Hamza. Clap again. So we've seen from Hamza from Attune Pharma, and now we should have another Caelestinus, Jalvak, or Jalvac, maybe that will be my first question, joining us online from Breathment from Germany. So let's see if we have him. So I need you guys at the back to give me a yes. So everything should be fine.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you and almost see you. And but maybe we can just please. Can you correct me on the way I pronounce your first name, because I'm not sure. Is it Jalvak or Jalvac?
It's actually, my name is Alcin. I'm the other co-founder. I'll be presenting right now, even though Jalvak is also in the audience.
Alcin, we can now see you, but sorry, we prepare everything, like all the names, everything. We spent ages preparing this, and then you just appear instead of your co-founder. That's fine. That happens in startups. That's the pivoting. So it's nice to have you here, and maybe you could introduce Breathment a bit, and we can't wait to get started together with your team.
Thank you very much. So my name is Alcin. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Breathement, and we are coming from Munich, Germany. So there are more than 500 million people who are suffering from several chronic respiratory diseases in the world. The most prominent diseases that these people are suffering from can be considered as asthma or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and in short, COPD. COPD patients can access their treatment, their rehabilitation treatment, for up to 3 months of time because of limited capacity. Because of this, more than 60% of these patients are rehospitalized within the same year, and COPD costs the European healthcare system more than 38 billion euros per year. So tackling this problem, we developed Breathement, which is a digital therapy platform that combines an AI-powered mobile app for the patients with a remote patient monitoring software for the health professionals. So through the app, patients can keep track of their individual treatment progress and learn how to manage their disease. And if they would like to perform an exercise that's assigned to them by their responsible health professional, they can do their breathing or physical exercises from anywhere using only their mobile phone through Breathment's AI trainer. AI trainer instructs the patients on how to perform these exercises while monitoring them only through the front camera of their phone. And through our AI technology, it gives feedback in real time whether these patients are performing their exercises correctly or not, like a digital therapist. And last but not least, through our remote patient monitoring software, we ensure that the entire digitization of this treatment is under the control of the health professionals. So with this approach, we are aiming to enable these patients a direct access to their vital treatment from the comfort of their home, reduce the hospitalization rates, and save significant costs for the health insurance companies and for the healthcare ecosystem.
Well, thanks for the intro. That sounds amazing, and that's why we also offered a seat on Caelestinus 2024 to Breathement. One question. Okay, so I understand it. I'm a lazy person, and my physician tells me you should do like particular movement. I put my mobile phone somewhere at home, and then I do the exercise. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay, but what if I ask my daughter or somebody else to do the exercise, and I'm fine, I satisfied my physician, this is a typical my kind of response. Is there in your product a built-in functionality that will actually identify me as the person doing the exercise?
Well, in order to log in, we use biometric authentication. That's one thing. So you have to be there. And second thing is, of course, we're also currently working on an internal authentication within the system that will determine your face, and if it's not yourself, it will warn you.
Okay, so thank you. It looks pretty lazy-proof, and I wish you best of luck in Caelestinus 2024. Thank you. That is Breathement from Germany, another team that got in. We now have a team, Corredio from the US. So hello, Corredio. Who have we online?
Hi, everyone. This is Mehdi Mortazavi from Cordio. And I also have my co-founder and CEO, Yashar, joining us from California. I'm joining from Boston, Massachusetts in the US. So I'm the co-founder and the CTO of Cordio. We are a validated concept, pre-seed B2B, B2B2C healthcare startup that provides the platform and the algorithms for non-invasive monitoring of core biosignals using wrist-based measurements, providing an alternative to the current invasive and expensive standard of care in cardiac monitoring. We are attempting the heart failure problem, right? Heart failure is a global problem, is a leading cause of mortality. It affects 26 million people globally, as well as 6.5 million people in the US, and there are 1 million cases added every year. And it costs about 10% of the total health expenditures in the US. Our solution addresses this $4 billion market for an in-office and at-home solution monitoring, right? We're targeting a gap in accessibility and cost-effectiveness that's created by traditional echocardiograms, for instance. Our unique patent-protected method combines physics and AI for non-invasive, accurate, and continuous monitoring of cardiac output and central blood pressure waveforms, calibrated for each patient's specific arteries. We have done a successful preliminary testing at URMC Strong Memorial Hospital in Rochester, New York. And we have also submitted an IRB pilot study to further validate this among 40 to 60 patients in order to demonstrate the clinical validations with the help of the chief cardiologist. We're right now at a pre-seed stage. We're actively seeking investment to expand our clinical trials, file for FDA pre-submission, which is the US certification, enhance our UX UI cloud development, as well as cover the operation and strategize market entry. We're very happy to be here and excited to meet everyone.
So thank you, Mehdi. A great pitch. Again, my question would be, so in practical terms, sometimes I get this feeling I'm about to have a heart attack. So is there a way I could somehow, through your unique non-invasive technology, have a non-stop monitoring that would let me sleep calmly and not worry about actually dying every day?
Absolutely, yes. So we have two use cases, right? Our first use case is the in-office. So when you have some heart symptoms, heart problems, you show up at the doctor's office, and the doctor that can quickly use the same routine test signals in order to find out what those core biosignals are. But also our second use case is at-home monitoring. So using the same smartwatches that have ECG or a pulse ox in them, like the Samsung, like the Apple Watch, you could basically monitor your cardiac output and central blood pressure at home. So yes.
I'm happy if there is a way for me to enlist in your pilot program. I want to be your first extreme user, and can't wait to have your watch on my wrist. So good luck, fingers crossed, in our incubation this year. Right, so we are now moving on to our next team, which should be eCare. So let's see if we have eCare. eCare 21 from the United States again, and let me see who is online to introduce eCare 21.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, yes, we can hear you. Is that Alan? Now we lost, now it's fine. We can see you and hear you. We have double the pleasure. So go ahead.
Yes, thank you so much. So on our side, I'm the president of eCare 21. I'm also a venture investor in life sciences space for over 10 years now. And the problem which we're trying to tackle is that we have abundance of innovation in the US. There's a lot of proven solutions, especially for home care, quite recently after COVID time. Unfortunately, these solutions, these point solutions, like Coda-DO, which we just heard, not everything like they're actually proven to provide mortality benefit even, but they are not put into practice. And what we're building the most comprehensive ecosystem of digital healthcare in the US to integrate all of these point solutions into one platform, so that the providers of healthcare could have us as one vendor and have access to all of these devices, all of these solutions, which are already available in the market. So we currently have over 200 devices, which we already integrated. We have a robust integration with all the major EHRs. We're working in partnership with Dell Technologies, NTT, and a few others. And we have a very strong team. We have 9 exits so far within our team, including like IPOs, M&As, and one specific exit, which was a sale of home care healthcare agency. So we know the space very well, and we are basically building this patient-centric virtual care platform to bring the innovation to the market and help with health outcomes. So we are essentially on the mission to heal the health system in the US and connect the patients, the administrators, the healthcare practitioners, caregivers, innovators, payers, and everybody in the system. Thank you. Of course, we are very much excited to partner and to join this incubator and to partner with all the players here. If you have a point solution to measure something at home, then let's discuss partnership. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the introduction. So my understanding is that you connect and collect all the medical devices there are and try to integrate them into your platform. So as a hospital, for example, if I'm working with multiple manufacturers, different kinds of devices, your platform would be the single point of contact and integration with all of those devices. Is that correct?
Yeah. Absolutely right.
Is, I'm good at selling, so maybe if later on I can help you sell the solution. I'll definitely do a pitching and selling workshop in Caelestinus. But my question is, why 21 at the end? Was it the age where you founded the startup, or what's 21?
That's a good question. So yeah, of course, we were like inspired by the 21st Century Cures Act, which was enabled in the US and helped promote digital health. But in fact, we are actually changing the name right now. So we'll be like, there's X from Elon Musk, we'll be doing Y Care. So we'll be kind of doing the Y integrator and answering all the why questions in healthcare.
Well, that's a great move, because it's very easy then to stimulate the why question.
Right. Thank you.
So thank you, Alan. Thank you for introducing eCare 21, another team on 2024 Caelestinus incubation. Thank you. Let's move on. Now we are going to hear our sixth team, which should be none other than Embryoxide, and hopefully we have Delfina online. Yes.
Yeah. Hi. Yes, I'm here. Hi, everyone.
Hello, Delfina. Today you are stationary, which is a change. No, if I remember correctly, last time. But anyway, now please pitch Embryoxide in 2 minutes, and then I'll come back with a question.
Great. Thank you so much. My name is Delfina Villeri. I'm the CEO of Embryoxide. Embryoxide is a biotech startup aiming to increase pregnancy rate by 75%. Since the beginning of humanity and until 1978, each of us has been conceived within the maternal womb. Today, the number of births assisted by an IVF treatment has reached more than 12 million worldwide, and an IVF treatment is practiced in more than 100 countries. And it is not just used to address fertility issues. IVF has a huge impact in society, providing families and individuals the autonomy to shape the journey to parenthood. And despite the recent technological advances, IVF is struggling to keep up with the demand. 1 in 6 people worldwide need fertility assistance, and due to a lack of democratization, only 50% of the people who need it can have access to an IVF treatment. And what is worse is that the success rate is just 30%. So this means that those people who undergo these basic treatments must do it 3 or 4 times. So we are developing AI bio platform to provide a personalized diagnosis, combining unique data that we obtain from the assays that we measuring embryo metabolism, morphokinetic data, and patient clinical information. We are really happy to join this program because we are building a global impact startup. So we think that this is a great opportunity to connect with other outstanding startups, mentors, and partners that will help us to scale our business. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Delfina, for your great pitch. I wonder, human fertility is going to be a big problem that's getting bigger with every day.
Sorry, and I will have my second child in 6 hours, so I love fertility.
So I think the problem you are solving will be bigger and bigger, so it looks the market will be bigger and bigger. And
Yeah.
I read yesterday that, for example, in Japan, the situation is so bad that Tokyo is launching a city app, a dating app. So it supports actually dating and meeting people not online, but in real terms. And it also features an how-to guide, how to actually make the meeting count in terms of fertility. So I think you have a bright future. And my question is, why did you decide to venture into fertility? What's your personal motivation to do it?
I think like my personal motivation, and you have, is that in the last years there have been a lot of social changes, such as postponement of maternity, and I'm a woman, so I think it's a great opportunity to support women, because we need to find science that help us to decide when we want to become mothers or fathers, for example. So that is the reason. I think it's like personal, but I think that it's a way to support woman development.
Okay, thank you. So let's hope that with your solution, helped by Caelestinus, there'll be more opportunity for women as well as men to decide and to successfully populate the earth for ages to come. So thank you. Thank you, Delfina.
Thank you.
Good luck. Fingers crossed. Right, we are moving on to number 7, which should be the Health Sync startup. And let's see who is online. Oh, hello. So who is it? Is it Yokai? Or we don't hear you right now. We have some issues with sound. Just make sure you are.
Can you hear me?
Now it's fine. Excellent. Now we can hear you perfectly.
So do I sound like Yochai or like Ward?
I don't know. You sound excellent in every case.
Okay, so my name is Yochai. I'm presenting HealthThink, a company from Israel. We are at the ideation phase. Currently, we are at the accelerator in Asuta Ashdod hospital in Israel, and we want to fix the problem of data fragmentation in healthcare, especially in the United States, but not only in the United States, also in Europe and in Israel, where physicians that have patients don't get the full data from their patients, and spent about 50% of the time on paperwork and on EMR, working on EMRs. And also the patients who do not get their optimal treatment due to the lack of enough data, enough medical data, because it can't gather all the data, or the physician don't have all the medical data. So we want to develop an infrastructure where we can get all the medical data in one place. The patient owns his own data, and the physician also has his platform where he can reach this data, and we want to provide him also insights and from exploiting large language models for medical, and increase the yield before the treatment, during treatment, and post treatment through providing tracking of the medical of his medical plan for the patients.
So thank you, Yochai, for the pitch. Congratulations again for making it. My question is, can you tell me what's your motivation to get up in the morning and work at a hospital? Usually, when someone mentions hospital, my gut reaction is no. I want to get it as far as possible. What's the fun and intrigue working at a hospital?
So I used to work at a printing company, which I didn't like too much because I didn't get the right way value that I bring to the world. And when you work with medical and in a hospital, you can feel the value that you're bringing to people. And I think that's what makes us wake up in the morning with smile and innovating in this field.
Thank you. Let's hope Caelestinus will also add some additional value to the service you already are developing. So thank you and congratulations again. We'll now move on to our eighth team, which should be none other than HeartCare Plus. So HeartCare Plus, who is there on behalf of your startup?
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can see you and hear you. All is fine.
Perfect. My name is Gergő, and I will be talking on behalf of our team. I cannot see our slide. Can I just? Oh, there you go. Okay, perfect. So our idea, HeartCare Plus, we try to target patient adherence to medication regimes, and we try to target the heart failure market in specific. You might ask, why people with heart failure? There's more than 60 million people who suffer from this disease as we are speaking currently, and more than half of them will probably not be treatable in hospitals and probably will be dead within the next 5 years. And only 35% of them will survive the 10-year mark. And what's the reason behind this, you might ask? Well, they need to take a lot of medications, which they might forget, they might not understand, or when their symptoms disappear, they might just say, well, I don't feel bad, I'm feeling well, why should I keep taking them? And based on a lot of people that we talk to, this tends to be the case more often than not. And how we aim to solve it through an AI-driven virtual assistant that we can integrate as an app. The idea behind all this is that the patient can set up their own avatar system. They can choose their favorite movie characters, their significant others, their relatives that they like, to make it more attractive to interact with this platform on a day-to-day basis. It will remind them of taking their medications. It will provide an educational model when they can learn more about that disease. And it will also collect data about their symptoms and medication adherence, which it would feed to the clinical professionals who deal with their case. There is an audio of the reminder. If you guys can play that, that would be awesome. If not, I'm just gonna finish the pitch.
Okay, thank you, Gergő. Unfortunately, we have really 2 minutes per team. You are happy to share that on Discord so that everyone can play it. Thank you very much. My quick question is, again, what's your personal motivation to tackle heart failure? Because you seem pretty much, not within the danger zone. You are young, fresh, looking good looking, healthy looking. So what's the issue?
Thank you, I'm flattered. Well, we have some personal cases within our team. One of my partners, Gia, her mother has recently been diagnosed and treated with heart failure. Me personally, one of my grandmothers, she eventually passed away because she didn't adhere to her medication regime with heart failure. So we have some very close connections within family. And also we just recognize the prospect of extending this idea to other diseases where regular medication intake is required, which it doesn't only limit our case to heart failure. It's a big problem for many diseases that needs to be addressed somehow.
Okay, so thanks for this personal take, and also, of course, coronary diseases, including heart failure, account for the most likely cause of death of us all here in this room and also watching online. So if you can help us prevent this, that would be a great service. So thank you again, and fingers crossed in Caelestinus. Now we should have another team tuning it online. We should have Heuristic, and Anton should be online. It's nice to see you again. Now it's not the interview, it's the welcome to Caelestinus, and the floor is yours. Please give us a 2-minute pitch of Heuristic.
Thanks so much. So, Dodi Chair to everyone. My name is Anton, and I'm the founder and CEO of Heuristic. And I like to explain this as a story. We created Heuristic 4 years ago when a nurse almost killed my grandfather by making an identification error. So basically, they thought that my grandfather was another guy and provide him with the incorrect drugs. So in order, patient identification errors are a big deal. In Europe, over 500 million patients suffer from identification every year. So this is like 50 million people having the wrong medicine, over 500,000 people having the wrong operation, etc. In the US, of course, the numbers are higher. So in order to tackle this problem, we have created Heuristic, which is basically a software solution to identify and manage patients using fingerprints. We are already in 8 hospitals around Europe and in 1 hospital in Israel. And hopefully during this year, we will be in Europe, US, and Israel. And for the hospitals here, we are applying one European grant that some hospitals can benefit from applying with us. So in case you are interested, just call me or ask the Caelestinus people and we can talk.
Thank you, Anton. Thanks for the pitch. You actually, you are right. There are some investors also sitting here in the room in Prague at the moment. My question is, I didn't, for example, personally, when we spoke during the interview, I didn't realize that when you are supposed to have a surgery and you have the name tag, the information with your name and a barcode attached to your wrist, for example, it has to be taken off. And I remember that you mentioned that mistakes do happen because then the wrong tag is attached to a different patient. There are even cases where patients have exactly the same first and second names. So maybe do you recall any most curious incident from your job, from your startup, where the identity mix-up happened?
Okay, just for example, one case. Imagine that you are walking near the Moldova River, right? Or jogging around there, and you suffer a stroke. So there is not a single hospital in the Czech Republic able to identify you without your identification card. But if they have the fingerprint safe, they are going to be able to identify you. And some funny cases, for example, one Spanish hospital actually wanted to make a knee operation to a Chinese guy. So basically, when they were going to make the operation, they realized that 6 months ago, he went to the gynecologist, which basically is biologically impossible because he's a guy, you know. So this kind of fraud or errors happen every day in hospitals, like giving the wrong bracelet to the patient, patients committing fraud, like swapping the card between them. I don't know, there are like 1,000 different examples that actually our solution is able to save.
So thank you, Angston. You are actually the first startup in our Caelestinus history that is tackling this use case. And I think also hospitals present here maybe might want to get in touch to prevent identification issues of the patients.
We're actually the first company in Europe to do this, and in the US it was just one company doing it and was sold 2 years ago for $3 billion.
Well, sounds irresistible, and I'm glad also you found Caelestinus irresistible. So good luck with ID. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we are now moving to our 10th team, so almost in the middle of our list of startups we are going to incubate, and we should have Kevin from Leave Health online. Kevin, yes, we do. We can see you, and now, and we can even hear you. So the stage is yours.
Sure. So, hi, I'm Kevin Timms. I'm based in San Francisco. I've been a healthcare data scientist for 15 years, and I've managed and modeled billions of medical claims, millions of records, and millions of notes and surveys. I'm now founder of actually Leave Health, and we're early stage, and we're using AI to improve access to healthcare in the US. So for this group, I think I can say that we're building the most actionable social determinants of health model that are out there. Now, we're here because in the US, pharmaceutical companies are really ineffective at connecting with their full markets. And that disconnect is leading to 70 million insured Americans who aren't on the best medications, and ultimately leads to 150 billion in missed sales for those pharmaceutical companies a year. And so our AI hyper tailors a pharma's companies' messaging, marketing, and assistance resources to the distinct needs of underrepresented communities. And so ultimately, we're telling pharma how to extend their reach into more patients in their market, and we do it in a way that fulfills their mission statements of equitable access to care.
Well, that was a great pitch, Kevin. You have not wasted a single word, so I wonder what's the magic behind that. You must be practicing before you go to bed, when you wake up, and thanks for delivering the message. So, for example, what I found enticing with your solution is that you combine, data, AI, and also like the marketing communication messages. Maybe it will help to plan like which media, which message, what timing, and which target group to do. So that's a unique mix of data, healthcare data, and marketing that will pass the relevant messages across. So how did you come up with the idea for T-Leaf?
Sure. So it came up in 2020 when I was working for one of the biggest health data science companies. With the George Floyd protests over here, this data science company talked a lot about health equity and what they could do with their data. In the end, they actually did nothing. They canceled all their meetings. They didn't deliver on any of their equity goals. So I realized I needed to figure out how to help companies in the US make more money off of people they traditionally don't care about. So I'm coming up with the economic argument for these companies to send their resources to underserved communities.
Okay, and I'm hoping that those communities that are currently underserved will be well served in the future thanks to T-Leaf Health. So good luck in Caelestinus. I'm hoping to see you soon again on Discord. Thank you.
Thanks.
Right, now we have our 11th team, which is probably Marymount Labs. So Marymount Labs, and can I ask you to introduce yourself and who'll be delivering the pitch on behalf of Marymount Labs?
Hi, I'm Zach. I'm the founder of Marymount Labs. We are based in Singapore and we work with GP doctors in primary care to scale preventive health treatments. Today, there are many medical interventions for preventing influenza, detecting cancer early, and preventing chronic diseases. But there are no scalable solutions to educate and convince people to take preventive health actions, even in developed countries. In Singapore, preventive health is not widely practiced. Less than 1 in 4 go for annual vaccinations. Only a third of eligible adults are screened for common cancers. And more than half of chronic disease patients poorly manage their blood pressure and glucose levels. We're building a digital platform to design and launch chatbots for personalized preventive health coaching. We integrate with clinical management systems to identify patients for targeted preventive health services and launch conversations through messaging channels like WhatsApp. These conversations are personalized and goal-directed, motivating patients to take up preventive health actions like vaccinations, cancer screening, and going for follow-up consultations. We have developed a working prototype that is being tested in closed settings with our clinical partners. And we have started discussions with pharma companies who are interested in how our products can raise awareness about chronic diseases. We've also started discussions with other healthcare groups and public hospitals who are keen to use a working product. Through this incubator, we hope to accelerate our product development. Thank you.
Thank you, Zach, for your great pitch, precisely on time. We noticed that you are based in Singapore. Perhaps one of the benefits of Caelestinus is that you might want to think of taking your solution to Europe or to the US or any other part of the world. So what do you say to that suggestion?
Definitely. Singapore's market is too small to scale effectively. So we're definitely interested in seeing how we can test bed our solutions in different countries, particularly where preventive health is a strong focus.
And I think that's everywhere. To provide a short answer, prevention is king, and I'm hoping that your automated AI-powered chatbots will improve the interest of every single one of us in our health. So thank you, Zach. It's great to have Marymount Labs on board, and good luck.
Thank you.
Right, next team, it won't be somebody online, but I'm sure that Miroslav from MDT should be with us in Celetna. So hello, and here is your mic, and please, if you could deliver your pitch.
Hello, thank you very much. So we are, I believe, third company which is looking into the cardiology arena. I already heard two other colleagues speaking about that. We are a telemedicine company, and we do routinely ECG analysis, Holter monitoring of the patients. And this time we look into the heart failure patients and the prediction of a readmission of those patients to the hospital. So what we do is we take a database of patients which are after the heart failure being discharged from the hospital. We look at different parameters for those patients, and we run the data of the patients with the parameters through the deep learning algorithm, and we look into the arrhythmias in the ECGs to look for signs for a new heart problem of that patient. And we hope and believe that with this we can prevent the patient to be readmitted to the hospital.
Okay, thank you, Miroslav, for your pitch. So again, why did you decide to tackle this issue?
We actually believe that we can avoid that the patient is then readmitted to the hospital. So as long as the patient stays safe out of the hospital, or the hospital would have other capacities for the other patients, and we believe we can make the life of those patients better.
Okay, and what do you do personally instead of building your product to avoid being admitted to the hospital for heart failure?
As we know that the heart failure or heart cardiac problems are related to the lifestyle. So I am trying to stay as active and with reasonable lifestyle as possible.
Okay, I mean that's great. Of course, which is sad is that we prepared such a great menu. Hopefully, some of it will be also compatible with your healthy lifestyle.
I try to avoid this as much as possible. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miroslav. Good luck in incubation.
Thank you.
So that was MDT from the Czech Republic, one of the three teams that can show up in Celetna a bit easier than the rest of you, but as I said, the core of the incubation all happens online, so don't worry. Right, next one to present would be Nitsi. So let's see, Nitsi AI, if we have either Konstantin or even Artem, I'm not sure. So who is there from Nitsi AI? Well, at least we get some pre-reading stuff ready. And let's hope they manage to tune in. So Nitsi, we will give them a few more. Okay, a few more seconds. So someone from Nitsi AI should be online. So please reveal yourself to the rest of the world. Yeah, we can hear you so far.
Yeah.
And see you finally. So
yeah, great. I'm Anton. I'm Chief Data Scientist at Nitsi. Also, here is on the Zoom call Konstantin, our CTO. And what we are doing in Nitsi, we are helping people with musculoskeletal problems. Over 1.7 billion people have such problems. And current healthcare is focused more on helping people with emergency cases. when the problem becomes so strong that it cannot be ignored anymore. In NITSI, we are making early diagnosis and prevention affordable and easier. Our solution is a mobile app that collects patient-reported symptoms and applies computer vision for pre-screening detection of foot and spine deformities. After that, we introduce patients with different solutions, namely insoles, shoes, physical therapy, and a platform that help them to better communicate with the doctors. Our telemedicine platform allows clinicians to analyze exact pain locations and how it changed over time, as well as a 3D model of patient foot that was created with our app. Our technology was built in a joint research with the Harvard Medical School. Our scientific papers are right now under review in medical journals. And in addition, we have 2 patents. One patent is pending and one is already granted. At this point, we've already launched a subscription-based B2C app with over 150,000 of users that leave great reviews on it. And in the next few months, our first B2B pilot integration of our platform will be finished in Mass General Hospital. And we are not planning to stop this area for our business. Our main focus and our main motivation to join Caelestinus is to find new customers, to find new partners for our platform. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your great pitch. I think some of the partners, which I understand could be hospitals or rehabilitation centers or physicians with their own practice rehabilitating. So actually, we have few of those even here in Prague. And my question is, again, what was your journey? Why you founded NITSI AI? What was your motivation at the beginning?
Yeah, in the beginning, actually, we were making a little bit different product. We made a pivot in it. We started as an app that was creating a 3D model of a human foot, and then we predict the particular shoes and the size that a person should buy to make the best fit for him. And after that, we decided to a little bit change our focus for helping people with musculoskeletal problems. We understood that our technology may be applied in healthcare. And in addition to that, all of us, both me, Konstantin, and Artem, have such problems, have problems with foot deformities and even spine deformities. So we are helping people, and also we're helping ourselves with that, so we can understand all this pain that people have and all this difficult journey that you have to go if you are going through the doctors. So we're trying to make it easier.
So thanks for this personal take. I think just being able to stand upright and being comfortable is already a luxury in our world, and let's hope that through NITSI AI, this will be a feeling that more and more people will be able to enjoy. So thank you. We have still 6, 7, 8 teams to go, so we are not over yet. The next team online should be Not Yet. I like the name, Not Yet.
Hi.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
I'm
okay,
sure you get it. You get it all the time. So is it? That's Alina from Not Yet, and please, you have 2 minutes.
Thank you. So I'm based in Israel, and I'm really happy to be here, and I'm excited to see so many opportunities for cooperation among participants and for competing as well. So I founded Not Yet because I believe people shouldn't die of cardiovascular disease in their 60s. As already mentioned, cardiovascular disease is still #1 killer among the elderly. Why? Because physicians still get insufficient data on patients' vitals, including blood pressure, and can't make an early diagnosis. And patients have to use cumbersome measuring devices. You, of course, noticed so strange tonometers in your parents' houses, and they don't get any real-time feedback. And we believe this must be changed. To make this possible, we've developed a solution that monitors their health and predict risks in advance. Our solution includes a wristband, a mobile app, and a platform. The wristband monitors blood pressure and a wide range of other vitals chosen specifically for the elderly. And we use our own patent technology, which guarantees accuracy even among the elderly with problematic blood vessels. Also, our application gives seniors control over their health and engages them in its management. And the platform predicts the most frequent CVD risks in real time using enriched data from our wristband and AI, of course, AI. So let's work together to help the elderly say not yet.
Okay, thank you. Now I get it. Thank you, Elena, for the pitch. I remember that what's usually difficult with designing a solution for the elderly is that it looks so elderly, the design itself, that no one wants to wear it. So how do you design for elderly so it's still cool and sexy, if I may use this word?
So to be honest, I'm a marketer, I'm not a doctor. So we conducted a lot of researches and surveys as well. So we test different concepts of our device and application among the elderly and chosen the best solution for them. For example, initially we want to produce our device without any monitor because of vision problems, and usually people don't have enough long hand in this age to see the monitor. So after our survey, we decided to add a small monitor, contrast monitor, to show the time, because the elderly said that it must have.
A good human-centered design exercise, and I can't wait to help you on your journey in Caelestinus. Thank you again, fingers crossed for your incubation. Our next in line is NX Genport, and we should have Kathy tuning in from the US. So yes, hello again. It's nice to see you again after the interview. We were really impressed by your pitch, by the startup you have built so far. So please, if you could introduce NX Genport very briefly.
Happy to. My name is Kathy Skinner, and our company is Next Genport. And apologize for the misspelling, but that's how we like to say it. Many of us know someone who's been touched by cancer, and for me, it was my father. And like my dad, 50% of cancer patients undergoing treatment suffer from low white blood cell counts that lead to an infection and a delay in cancer fighting treatment. We're making the first of its kind implanted smart port that detects early signs of infection by measuring changes in blood cell counts, heart function, and vitals. So this type of implanted device passively collecting clinically relevant data has never been done before. Think about flow cytometry in vivo. This particular device and our data that comes out of the device will feed into the new and emerging models of hospital at home and oncology at home. We're excited to participate in this particular program because the data that comes out of our device needs to be integrated through an API to electronic medical records and function within existing clinical protocols and workflow. We have several research projects around data that we're building algorithms, and we hope to use this program to find strategic partners, as well as feed into hospital systems, pharmaceutical manufacturers, and port manufacturers to make the first of its kind implanted smart ports.
Thank you, Kathy. That's amazing, the work you are doing, what you've built. That's why we decided to invite you to join us in Caelestinus. And maybe what do you expect to achieve in Caelestinus with NextGen Port?
The reason this particular program appealed to me and my team is that the issue of software platform, software as a medical device, where does the data go? How do we utilize FHIR? Those elements, we need support. We're working on the hardware, the optical front end, and we have partners with Mayo Clinic, MedTech Innovator. We've been talking to Becton Dickinson. So we have strategic partners in that piece of our company, but we needed your support to build out the other pieces.
And I think you are in the right place with the right people, because we are all data and software. And I'm so proud that our mentors at InterSystems, as well as other professions, even former Celestini, will be able to help you with that softer but not easier part. So again, good luck and fingers crossed. We are so happy to have you on board.
Thank you.
The next one, we should have Emmanuel from Pozos joining us online. Hello. Emmanuel, ça va bien?
Super, very good. Yeah.
Okay, so please enjoy your 2 minutes.
Yeah, so as a pitch Pozos, we are addressing the two main issues with EHR. So the EHR is a software where physician and pharmacists prescribe and secure prescription. In that first, the act of prescribing is very time consuming. You have to type on your keyboards, click dozens of times to prescribe. So it's a time you don't spend with your patient changing about the symptoms and providing advices. And it's very time consuming as well, and very hard and complex to tailor your prescription following patient profile. In many publications, it seems that you need at least 30 minutes to really adapt each drug and each dosage to your patient profile. Of course, physicians don't have 30 minutes for each patient to adapt the prescription. So we basically built the first AI assistant that help you prescribe faster, because you can just dictate your prescription with your voice, or just take a picture of a paper script, and automatically the prescription is filled in the EHR. And secondly, the AI assistant will check the prescription you've made, correct it, or provide you with advices to adapt the prescription. And this is fully embedded into the EHR. And we already have signed several hospitals in France together with InterSystems and TrackCare. So the objective for us is to replicate that solutions abroad. And we support the product with a dedicated drug database that is by design multilingual and multi-country, so that we can basically offer all physicians and pharmacists in the world these solutions to simply prescribe and tailor their choice to the patient profile.
Okay, merci. Thank you, Emmanuel, for your great pitch. I can't wait to see this promise of generative AI chatbots in place, working for healthcare in your prescription business, which have been tedious up to now. Maybe what's your story, like personal story? Why did you decide? Why did you focus on this particular area?
Yeah, so I'm in the health environment since I was born. I've been the doctor's son for several years in my small village. Then I studied pharmacy, so I'm a pharmacist. And I worked for several years as well in the medical information teams of pharma companies to answer questions about prescription asked by physicians and pharmacists. And all the time, the issue was that the knowledge is huge, wide on the web or in books, but it's always like about one drug or one pathology, whereas patients have several drugs, several pathologies, and you can't really find the tailored information you need for your patients. So having a solution that cross-check data and provide you with a personalized suggestion is really a way to improve medicine and get the best treatment as possible for patients. And that's the aim of Posos since the beginning, and we are making it possible now.
Okay, so thanks again for this personal story. Are you based in Paris by any chance?
Yes, yeah.
Excellent. So it's not far from Prague, so you could come and pick up your T-shirt physically here.
Yeah.
Or I'm also planning to attend Viva Technology in Paris coming up pretty soon. So I'll take it with me so that you can have these cool Star C T-shirts. So thank you again. Good luck. Fingers crossed. I love the idea, as did the rest of the jury. That's why you are Caelestinus. We should have Nelson from Praxium AI. So let's see. Yes. Hello.
Oh, good. I appeared first time. Fantastic.
Yeah, excellent. So go ahead. Introduce Praxium AI.
Thanks, Thomas, and the rest of the team. Hey, everyone. I'm Nelson Jordan, and together with my co-founder, Nicholas Ivanov, we are Praxium AI. We're repeat founders. We've previously built products, hired and managed teams, and raised capital from European and US investors. We're building Praxium, which is a multimodal AI co-pilot. It allows radiologists to detect, triage, and report on breast cancer quicker and more accurately. Praxium is necessary because there's a global shortage of radiologists, and at the same time, a massive increase in the demand for medical imaging. This causes lost revenue for clinics who operate at reduced capacity, increased staff turnover for overwhelmed radiologists, and worse health outcomes for patients. Our long-term mission is to reduce the cost of breast cancer detection so that everybody in the world can access cancer screening. In doing so, we hope to save 700,000 lives a year. In just the 3 short months since we began, we've bootstrapped our way to an MVP that detects breast cancer at the level of a human radiologist. We've signed 5 LOIs with radiology clinics in multiple countries, and we've been accepted onto the Antler program, Digital Health London, and now we're very, very pleased to join Caelestinus and our fellow founders. We seek to have a global impact on healthcare and patients across the world. So we're looking forward to working with you and being part of the program. Thanks.
Thank you, Nelson, for your great pitch. Again, my question is, what's your personal reason or your journey towards Praxium AI? Why?
Well, at the heart of COVID, my mother-in-law was diagnosed with triple-negative breast cancer. My wife and I were living abroad in Valencia in Spain. We swapped Spain for Stoke, so not quite as sunny. And we lived with my mother-in-law for a year while she went through chemo and radiotherapy and the operations. Thankfully, she had a great outcome, but she was very, very lucky. It was literally her last screening on the NHS before she aged out of that program. Then when Nicholas reached out to me, I'd seen a guy who'd spent 4 years building deep learning models at Replica AI in the US. He'd built a radiology business with thousands of radiologists, and I thought this is the right guy to partner with to solve this problem.
Well, Nelson, I have to admit that some people find it hard to live with a healthy mother-in-law, and I can't imagine what this could have been like. So respect, and I think we are here in Caelestinus. We also have a similar startup that actually Dan is sitting here in Prague, CareBot, that also analyzed, was it the same? X-rays, in fact. And I'm sure that as a mentor, he can also help you to succeed as a startup. So thank you so much for joining Caelestinus, and fingers crossed for the incubation. Thank you. The next startup, we are approaching the end. We have 4 more to go. Together there are 22 teams, so now you'll get the full load, so to speak. It's pretty fast, but I think it's important so that you know you get a glimpse of every single one of our Caelestini. So now let me invite Rook. We should have Marco. Hello.
Hey there. How
Excellent.
are you?
Well, we are fine. We are, you know, it's a spring day in Prague, but outside here it's pretty crowded. But we are fascinated by every single one of you startups who joined Caelestinus, and I wonder, what do you do, Marco?
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. I'm super excited to be here. Well, I'm Marco Benitez. I am the CEO and co-founder of Rook. This is my second startup, and I have more than 15 years of experience in the healthcare industry. Well, what we are doing here is something very interesting happened in the market. Some ministries of health like FDA and EMA approved some wearables to use as a medical devices. And also you can integrate all this information in the medical records. All of that was approved during the last years. So you can imagine a lot of industries trying to pull the information from these devices, from medical payers, from insurance companies, healthcare industry in general speaking. So, however, they facing two big problems. The first problem is there is a lot of wearables in the market, from medical devices and different wearables. And secondly, finally, when they integrate a couple of wearables, the information doesn't make sense. So it's a very different information from device to device. So that's exactly the problem that we are solving. First of all, we are an API. We enable any brand to use the wearables and medical devices information. If you have if you need different type of wearables, you have to integrate one by one. So with our API, we only have to integrate those, and then you have more than 300 wearables in our API. And secondly, we manage all the data. We standardize, we harmonize, we normalize with the information, so we can bring all this data very clear and transparent for our clients. Now we have almost 30 clients using our API, and also we have an open round. We are looking for 2.7 million, which we already secured 2 million, and yeah, super happy to be here, excited for the networking, definitely.
Okay, thanks, Marco. So tell me, why Rook? What's behind the name?
Yeah, well, mainly it's all around team. Rook, it's a group of crowds that are flying together. That's how we start with this name, and also because we make a pivot before, and everything it's all around every single crowd. It's like one of the team working together.
Help you fly even higher and further, and best luck in Caelestinus 2024. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We are approaching gradually the end of our lineup. We still have 4 teams to go. One of them is Row Up, and we should have Kostya online. So Kostya, hello.
Hello, everybody.
Excellent. Please, 2 minutes.
Hi, my name is Konstantin. I'm a CTO in our early stage startup from Paris. Initially, we wanted to start a radiology AI company, but after interviewing more than 30 doctors, we came to the realization that the major pain point in the clinical practice is still data management and data flow. Manual data transfer and entry are still very much time consuming and are prone to errors. Moreover, it presents real time, it stifles the innovation and makes it impossible for the newest generation of healthcare applications to be integrated and to be applied, many of whom you've met today. Our goal is basically to provide a fully automated and flexible tool that allows for a smooth and fast data extraction and entry based on the FHIR format. So in a nutshell, we are converting unstructured data into the FAIR structure automatically using multiple technologies, including large language models, computer vision models, and other. We've built a proof of concept and hope to validate our idea and find new partners with the help of Caelestinus.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Kostya, for a great pitch. So the idea is you take all the documentation, whatever the format, it can be handwritten, PDFs, maybe also voice inputs from physicians, and you sort of standardize it and create a single interface to connect to that data and use the data further on. This sounds amazing. So maybe tell me how your team got together. How did you get that idea among other thousands ideas for a startup?
So my co-founder and we initially met at a radiology AI company where we worked together developing computer vision models and other automation tools. And we have personal connections to the practitioners, and we're curious about the real world challenges and started kind of exploring and searching for a real pain point that could be automated and solved using the technology. And yeah, eventually after doing this extensive research, came to this conclusion.
And you realize that's how you want to spend the rest of your lives. And I'm hoping that we help you make a great takeoff and start. And of course, you'll have an interesting proposal for our partners, the hospitals, and we'll try to arrange for a pilot there. So thank you again. Fingers crossed. We have 3 more teams to go. The next one, which is Tina Care. Tina Care, we should have a representative here. Excellent. So maybe you could introduce yourself and Tina Care.
Yeah. Hello. My name is Miroslav Malecha, and I would like to introduce you Tina Care, which is focusing to patients in hospitals mainly. We started together, in hospital, and we are discussing what are the most common issues in inpatient wards, and we discovered after the long discussion that the biggest issue are overloaded caregivers that are trying to, or that are responsible for many beds in hospitals and other institutions, and we were trying to help them. So we introduced a Tina Care system, which is a centralized monitoring of patients in beds, where through a very sensitive bed sensor, we are analyzing a movement of the patients. Based on this, we can discover a lot of interesting things, like we can prevent or at least reduce the risk of falls of patients that are trying to leave the bed, or we can also do some other valuable or address valuable issues like reduction risk of pressure ulcers, or I don't know, for example, analyze health issues in case there are some problems. We are currently in MVP stage, so we already have real customers, as well as we have this system in production in hospitals or social care institutions. Yeah, and it's a B2B product.
Thank you for your great pitch, Miroslav. I suddenly recall this incident where a long time ago I was on holiday with my little daughter. She's there now helping here with this event, and she used to be a tiny baby, and I let her sleep on my bed, and I went and I was writing a chapter for some interesting book, and suddenly I heard her fall down.
Yes.
So I said, oh, I'm such a bad parent, and then I picked her up, and then she fell again, and the lamp fell on her. So maybe did you also consider pivoting in like good parenting, so that you know whether your baby is in bed or off bed?
Yeah, well, currently we are focusing more to elderly people because where these people are very often confused and yeah, the risk of fall is very high. Well, in case of children, of course, it's also an option later on, but well, we are currently addressing mainly the elderly people because there are huge inpatient wards where there are a lot of these people. And it's getting worse during the next years because we know that yeah, our population is getting older and we're gonna have these issues. Yeah.
So let me hope when I'm really aged and spending my time in some hospital bed that your solution will be there to prevent me from falling down of it. So thank you, Miroslav. Again, fingers crossed for the incubation, and it's a pleasure to have you here in Seletna, in Prague, in Caelestinus right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tak ještě jednou díky. Merci, thank you. Good luck. We have 2 more to go. We have 2 teams that will be tuning in online. The first one will be Traverse Health, and hopefully we'll have Alex.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can see you, hear you. The floor is yours.
Thanks. So hello everyone, my name is Alex Loleit. I'm CEO and founder of Traverse Health. We're based in Amsterdam and very proud to be selected to Caelestinus Incubator. And I would like to introduce Traverse Health to you. So we're a healthcare data company providing access to unique patient data from emerging markets, primarily from Middle East and North Africa and Asia Pacific regions. We solve the problem of traditional clinical trials by leveraging real-world data. In particular, we help reflecting real-world patient diversity, solve ethical constraints for generating data on sensitive groups, and allowing for more predictable timelines in clinical research. In 2023, we have completed our first commercial pilot with one of the largest pharmaceutical companies. We have done migraine research together, and we have also signed 3 years exclusivity partnership with the leading international healthcare group. So we are very excited to continue this journey together with Caelestinus community, and thank you very much.
So thanks for your pitch, Alex. Maybe you could also reveal your personal interest in clinical trials. Are you a scientist, or do you like just hospitals, or what is your motivation to build your startup?
Thank you very much for the question. I think the initial motivation actually came from the data side. So I was much more focused on working in the data anything, and that was back like 10 years ago when I was an analyst at Boston Consulting Group, when I was desperately looking for various use cases in that domain, and all of a sudden at the Knowledge Portal I found out that there is this application of real-world data. Back then, I think it was more about marketing access, marketing, and also gradually I have explored the possibility of using this data in clinical research and in clinical trials. And here am I, working for Traverse Health.
Well, we are so fortunate that you discovered this use case and you stuck to it, and we hope to help you so that the way hospitals and scientists work with medical data is much better, and will provide more opportunities for actually coming up with cures. So thank you. Good luck in Caelestinus. The next time we see each other will be probably on Discord. So the last team, the very last pitch of Caelestinus 2024 opening session will be that of Unify.ai. Unify AI, we probably have Pramod?
Yes.
Excellent. Hello, Pramod. You have this privilege to close down the opening session. So the very last 2 minutes of pitching are yours, and we can't wait to hear what Unify AI does.
Awesome. So we are last but not the least. So if you remember last year, into 2023, 15% of the claims of providers and hospitals got rejected by payers. In terms of money value, it's close to $16 billion. And one of the big reasons of that from therapeutics and from clinical documents to file claims, you have to convert them into medical codes and insurance codes. This is a completely manual process, and it takes a lot more time, and it's also error prone. What we are building is kind of a hybrid generative AI tool where we generate these medical insurance codes using EHR, and then at the end, we'll get it validated by human medical coders to improve the revenue cycle. We have validated the same with some leading healthcare providers and hospitals, and now we are planning to ramp it up.
Well, thanks for the succinct and to the point pitch. Maybe Pramod, you could give us also your personal motivation to build a health tech startup. So why?
Yes, so in fact, it was my personal experience. I mean, I visited a hospital for diagnostics, some diagnostic services. That time, I just shared my insurance card, and 7 months later, I got a bill that the claim got rejected, and then I have to pay all that money. And when I went back to hospital, I have no memory of for what purpose and everything I forgot. So when I keep on digging, they say, oh, there was something the coder has done by mistake. It should be like this. So then I realized that how big this impact can be just on the on the revenue cycle management for not only for providers but also for the end users. So yeah, that's where we started building this.
It is the case with a number of Caelestini that they actually experience the initial pain point themselves or someone within their family or close friends. And it's good that you actually acted upon that impulse, and now we can have you here in Caelestinus. Thank you, and all of you that belong to the 22 teams that cover all the globe, all the regions. We have 8 teams from Americas, 11 from Europe, and the rest come from Asia, Middle East. So this is an amazing batch, the most international and global as yet for Caelestinus. So let me again wish you a great journey with the support of InterSystems, the Institute of Clinical and Experimental Medicine in Prague, CHAGS, and the Faculty of Biomedical Engineering. We have also, of course, more partners, hospitals, venture capital funds, and other supporters. A big thank you for being part of Caelestinus, because this is going to be, I feel, the most exciting journey as yet. The program takes just 3.5 months, so that's going to be quite a ride, and I hope we'll make it a great experience. And as with the opening statement by the Order of Hospitaliers, you should do good and do it well, and we will try to do our best to do the same and help you succeed. So thank you everyone here in Celetna. Thank you all for being with us for over 2.5 hours for the opening of 2024 Caelestinus batch. It's my privilege to be part of it, and I don't want to waste my life, and I'm happy you want to do something useful. Let's do it together. Let's rock. Caelestinus 2024 has just been opened. Good luck, and we'll see you on Discord probably very soon. Bye-bye.